Please show me an hour with Valentino and Joe Pay. New York Guinea is on the loose. New York Guinea is on the juice. New York Guinea is all the truth. Please enjoy our show and maybe your masseuse is listening too, so give her a splooge. Greg and Joe, Joe and Greg, Joe and Greg, Greg and Joe. I can't come up with any lyrics, so just start the fucking show, bro. And let's hope our two Guineas aren't a no-show. So now let's go.
And we are back once again on a Wednesday. Swole. Look at that. That's
Right
the
there.
Swole Shred.
I'm drinking.
energy.
I'm actually drinking my favorite. This is definitely my favorite. I got to be honest
Pixie
with you.
stick energy.
The pixie stick energy. That's exactly what I. Oh fuck the pixie! You guys, what if you don't know? This shit tastes just like pixie sticks, man, and that makes me happy. And here it is, right there.
Oh, see, right? We're in June. The weather's kicking here in New York right now.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna do a little summer shred, so I look. Maybe I'll look 5 years ago. I don't know. What do you think? Can I pull it off?
I think it works. I think it
But
works.
of course,
And then you get the
it
big
is
one.
the big one, baby. There's the big one right here. I got the big one.
This is the
with me.
pre-work. Oh wait, I'm holding. But I like the guy. Where is he? Right there.
I love the guy. That's Swole Chad, baby. And that is
Swole
the
Chad.
Swole Life that presents the Gregg Joe Show Wednesdays on YouTube Live. Make sure
And
you go to
Joe,
swolelife.com and put MSM 15 in.
If Joe, if it is hot and it is summer, you must drink also your Swole. It looks just like that on. You're
If you
hydrated.
don't hydrate, Greg, your balls are gonna shrivel up.
Well, I have to hydrate because I take Jardians, for the diabetes, and holy shit, if you don't piss every fucking 10 minutes with that stuff, holy Christ. Yeah.
I piss all the time too. Well, you've been away with me, you know.
Oh yeah, I piss. Me too. Both of us. I mean,
I'm suffering all the time. Fucking.
That's my biggest worry. Joe, when I go to a place, like people say, well, I got tickets to Yankee Stadium. First thing I think is, but what if I have to shit when I'm there? Or what if I got to pee really constantly, Or I'm on the plane. I got to go to this fucking Alabama bullshit. And what if I got to pee?
Sweet home Alabama.
Oh, dude.
So
and it's like that out there. It's like that out there.
How's it hanging? There he is, Mr. Hooga the Fooga the Claus.
It's
Speaking of diabetes.
Well, I was going to say, it's hanging like a saxophone. You want to blow it?
Ah, there you go. Fucking sax, like fucking Bill Clinton, right? Playing the sax. Speaking of diabetes, Greg, I don't know how Dave subtly mocked your diabetes. I don't know if you noticed. It was kind of subtle, but he did so. Diabetes is a very serious thing. Now, I did watch Hooga the Claus and some other guys on Monday were talking about the after hours, and I said I didn't see it, so I watched it yesterday. I didn't know when did that come about? That I must have missed because I was had it
I'm
on
so
one day.
used to that shit with those guys. I'm so used to it. I can't even what I'm saying, like it bounces off me. They say shit about me all the time.
Let me tell you something though. Jimmy had me fucking rolling.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with the fucking Verizon fucking on the phone with them, and then it was all the cleaning lady hit the switch on the fucking cord.
It happened. I just talked to him today. He had me on video chat, and I'm watching him back his truck up and say, dude, he drives one of those giant fucking Mack trucks with the with the big like piles of fucking rock in there and shit.
Yeah,
and and he's talking to me. Holy Christ, every word, motherfucker, look what these stupid fucks do. Because it's like a narrow hallway. He's got to drop the fucking truck down. And, true Guinea.
I smashed that thing up. I give him credit. I can't fucking back up a fucking truck like that. But I didn't notice the diabetes thing. He was just breaking balls, maybe.
It's got so much. Yeah, but
about the show. Oh, yes. Now I remember. It was something with the cookie. When you were eating, not the cookie, that flatbread looking thing.
Oh, yeah. That girl sent me, I'll give her a plug on that. This
Give
girl
her-
right
yeah.
here, right? Okay, she has a company. Okay, and
Wheat
it's
Spy,
Stephanie's.
what's the name?
Right, it's Stephanie's. What the fuck? Can you see that, Joe? Because I can't see shit.
I can't read it. I could see it, but it's kind of like
But wait, you know what?
Wheat by Steph.
Yeah,
That's what it
Sweets
looks
by
like
Steph.
it says.
Let me tell you, this girl makes stuff for bodybuilding. Now, this girl's a bodybuilder herself, okay?
Uh-huh.
And her husband's a bodybuilder. And she happens to be very close friends with Dave, right? So when
Yeah.
I'm eating the thing, I'm eating her cookie, right? She makes a protein cookie, just like George, but she doesn't stuff it with fucking. I love George, and George makes the best. Just Chris, there's nobody makes better cookies than that guy. But let me tell you something. I actually felt my pancreas pumping one time. It was unbelievable. I ate. He made me a. I don't remember what the fuck. It might have been one of those giant chocolate fucking Reese's Pieces that he makes.
Uh-huh.
But there must have been 800 grams of sugar alone in there. And I'm telling you, I actually was like, fuck, like stomach. I had a shit. But this girl makes these protein, they're cookies, but they're like, and Dave's always eating them. Okay. So what bugs me is I one time said to Dave, look at you. What are you fucking doing? You're over there eating. Because all you hear, when that fucking guy's here, all you hear, because you hear,
The rapper.
right? Because he's always eating his fucking Mr. Potato Head, right? So he's always eating. And one time he had the fucking thing up and he's like, oh, these are delicious. And I'm like, well, what are they? How come you don't share them with us? You know what I mean? Like you're sitting there like a gavon, right?
Yeah.
And you're eating that shit. So now she wrote to me and she said, hey, listen, if you would like to try them, I'd be honored. I'd love to send you them. I'll send you the protein ones and the ones that are not protein, like the regular ones. So she sent me the regular ones. And I mean, and the protein ones. So I'm eating a protein one on a fucking show. And Dave's like, what are you doing eating that shit? And I'm like, you're diabetic. And I said, yeah, but Dave, look what I'm eating. And I held it up, right?
Mhm.
I held up her fucking. And he's like, oh, you can't eat that. That's got sugar in it. And I said, I'm eating the protein one. And John Romano's jumped in. Wow, that's got sugar in it. And I'm like, yo, fuckos. You know what I mean? Like, this is your girl. I even said to him, this is your girl. And I'm going to tell her that you fucking did this. So
you can eat some sugar. It's not like it's gonna fucking kill you. I mean,
right. I don't eat much at all. So if I eat some, it's not gonna kill me. And the thing is this is his friend. This is his friend.
Doing her a favor.
And he's eating her cookies on fucking
Does he plug her cookies on the show?
I think he has once, but you know what it is? That's guys, what it's the cookies that he eats that she sent me, Lucia, what do you call it again? A Rice Krispie treats. Okay. Right? There's a Rice Krispie treat cookie that she makes that's protein, it's protein based. And like she has one that's not and one that is. And I was eating the protein and I showed him on the bag. I'm like, Dave, look, on the bag, this is the protein one. And he goes, I don't care, you shit me. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tell her you said that. So I hope Steph, if you're watching this, don't send him another fucking cookie. But your mother will send me more. They were delicious.
Greg will eat him. Okay, I who reminded me when he said about the sugar. Mike James is a good one. Greg is known around the industry for carrying toilet paper and an enema in his socks. With that being said, has Greg ever shit his pants before, either at the gym or in the car?
Don't do this to me. Don't wish me bad. Who said that? Mike.
James, he's one of our regulars.
Jinx me, God damn it. Yeah, of course I shit my pants in the car. I didn't shit my pants at the bodybuilding, but I mean, I'll run right in there. If you're in the booth, I'll run in there and fucking jump over and grab you and throw you out and fucking. Oh.
I think we've all had accidents. I will say I've thought I could make it, and guess what? The joke was on me.
Wait a minute,
just a wee bit too late. Didn't matter. Any late is too late.
Joe. I shit my pants on like my third or fourth date with my girlfriend. When I first met, imagine you first meet a girl like second, third time you're taking her out and you're all excited and you're driving and you guys just and you're caught in fucking traffic, like stand still. There's Lucia. Great, say it over here so they can hear that. They can't hear that. She's like, I got mad because I shit, bro. It was so fucking bad.
You couldn't hide it, and just play it off and drop her off early.
No, I was stuck in a highway and there was a car accident and you're stuck in traffic. Normally I'd jump out of the car, shit on the side of the car if I had to. You know what I mean? Or run into the woods. This was no good. and I fucking plopped right in my pants. You know, and it was one of the mustard plops, you know, where the where it's burning the Ballinis and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's squish it. Yeah, because you're sitting. Yeah.
I
I've
feel
been
like
there.
a kid.
I've
Joe,
been
I
there,
feel like
bro.
a kid sitting in a diaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But your third date, you're trying to like, you know, you're still
Oh,
into
you want
like,
to? Yeah, you suave. Yeah, you want to be Mr. Fucking Cool. Yeah.
yeah.
You're lucky there was a fourth date. Shit.
Yeah.
She's at least she's cool. She understood. Hey, listen, it happens. You know, nobody can fucking say they never. We all have. I don't want to hear anybody saying they didn't. They're fucking full of shit.
Now, if it happened, I'd just tell her, do me a favor, shit my pants, clean my ass for me. No, but that happened. Yeah. So I've got to wait. Who asked me this again? That guy, James. Listen to me.
Yeah.
If you've been watching me, you said I've been around a long time, right? Now, if you've been watching me, I'm known for my pants shitting stories, right, Joe?
Yeah, they're fucking hysterical, bro. I
But I
got
mean-
a million of them too. I got no fucking shame. It's
Jeez.
funny.
But I mean, I'm known for that. It's unopportune times. That's one of my biggest fears of going away and shit. It's like, what happens if I have to take a shit? So I try not to eat. I pop Imodiums.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, 6 Imodiums don't stop me.
Oh my God, 6.
I take 6 Imodiums and I'll still shit. And then sometimes I'll shit a second and then it might stop. But it takes me at least, it doesn't stop it. There's 6. You know.
Oh man, that's fucking. I feel bad. That's a toughie, man.
Torture, Joe.
It is.
And now James just wished a bad shit on me.
Yes, Mike James, you got to be
Mike James. Yes, Mike James.
Miranda writes. There she is again. I love
There
that
she
name.
is.
Hey guys, who is Jimmy the Bull and what is he famous for? Jimmy
What?
the Bull is a legend in this industry.
Yes, Jimmy
He's
the
a
Bull.
fucking maniac, bodybuilder, powerlifter,
Martial artist,
guitar player, right? He rocks. He fucking plays the guitar. He is
he was like a headliner for what Dr. Conley supplement or what was it? Metrics. He was Metrics guy. He was on cover of magazine
Scott Connolly. Yeah,
in the 80s. He benched 1,000 pounds assisted bench. I spotted him on stage doing 600 pounds reverse grip bench. And he did 3 reps for it. It was just
reverse grip. Holy fuck.
Reverse grip, Joe. That guy
sick,
can kill
bro.
you. If he wants to, I seen him and he has this like quickness. And he jumped and fucking kicked the ceiling. He was 7 feet tall. I seen him do it. He's a great guy. He's a fucking great guy.
I love Jimmy.
But you don't want to get him pissed off. He's in
No.
like,
I'm glad that we're friendly with him. Because he's very very intimidating.
He used to be humongous. Now he's just, he's
He still
Jimmy.
looks good. He's fucking in his 60s. He's still jacked.
He's still big. Him and I are exact same age. I'm 65. He's 65.
Yeah, but I mean, you're both, you're still fucking built. The best Jimmy the Bull video is a dog attack. The dog named Caesar. I don't know that one. Hey, Loho, what's up? Thank you for watching. Again.
Yeah, he does all that, Loho. He does. What you're talking about? I think he's talking about when he was outside there, somebody's house trying to because he was putting gas, like fuel oil. He was driving the oil truck. He drives trucks now, and the fucking dog was coming after him.
The dog came at him from the house he was delivering to. Oh shit!
Jesus Christ! Yeah, he gets crazy.
What's that? Cujo. I was thinking of that.
I could tell you stories about him. Forget about it. You know what I mean? He was on so much Anadrol once. He was at a party, and he was at a party at his cousin's house, and they were all outside. It was a barbecue, and it was summer, and the windows were open and shit. And he had to take a shit, and he went upstairs and he caught a boner when he was taking a shit and he went into his cousin's room and he had a blow up doll. His cousin, it was a gag, but it was a joke. But he blew the fucking thing up, and he was fucking in the bed, and they could hear him outside. And finally, like, Jimmy, what are you doing? You fucking that blow up doll. And he stuck the blow up doll out the window, and he's fucking banging it. He gets crazy.
Great. Oh,
I could give him a million stories like that.
You that's a classic story. That's fucking funny.
He's like, bro, I had to come.
Did he come though? He finished it.
Yeah, because the Anadrol, and it was one of them cheap blow up dolls. Where you get it mouth.
Yeah, they look retarded, those things with the fucking curly hair.
But when you're horny, if you'd fuck a fat chick, why wouldn't you fuck that? Jimmy.
I hope Dave will keep his anaconda in check in Alabama. We shall find out. I'll find out. Here's egregious. Momos, what's up? How's life? Life
Egregious.
is good.
What's going on?
Life is good. We're here in the summer in New York, and both
Oh,
of
yeah.
our teams
About
are
time. It's a fucking
playing
nice.
pretty good. Yeah, and the weather's fucking nice. Hookah Claus, is it true Greg used to put raw chicken in a microwave? I've done similar stuff. Glad I'm not alone, but I'm over that. The fuck, little like 30 seconds, chicken cutlets.
I did it all the time when I was
I've
competing.
never done it, but I've heard it was fucking it was very good. It was like, it felt better than a, I guess that was the first fleshlight.
No, he didn't mean like fuck. I don't think did he mean raw chicken like fucking it?
Yeah, I think he means that.
No, I think he means because I told a story how when I used to diet, Peter Neff was a great.
Oh, so you're innocent with this. This has nothing to do with the dirty.
Yeah, no
Okay.
flashlight stuff.
See, that's where my mind is.
I don't
Why
know,
would I put chicken in the microwave unless I wanted to bang it?
I don't know where the microwave part would come in with a flashlight and you're putting your penis in it. That wouldn't be too good, I think.
No,
No, I used to he's asking me because on another show.
Oh, instead of cooking it on a grill or whatever.
Right. Peter Neff used to tell me just throw it in the microwave. I would throw it in the microwave, and Joe,
Did it work?
I'd have to eat it like when my mother would make me eat like string beans and broccoli. I put it in my mouth like this, and then I just fucking swallow it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you suffer. Yeah. Eat your veggies. Yeah.
For the longest time, I couldn't eat chicken because of that. It took me years. I swear to God. So I used to have to microwave chicken.
Did it cook it? Because it's not good to eat it.
It cooks it, but it petrifies it. It's not. It becomes out dry and like really bad.
Because when you like reheat grilled chicken in the microwave, even it comes. It dries it up. I can imagine.
Well, the thing is, you don't want to eat it raw, Joe. So you throw a whole cutlet in there and you leave it in there long because you got to make sure it's thoroughly cooked. By the time it's thoroughly cooked inside, the outside is so dry and fucking petrified.
Shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like eating a mummy.
Egregious. I got a good shit pants store. Then come on and tell us, man. You can anytime you want to come on and
with shit pants stories any day.
Anybody that wants to come on and fucking stories, please let me know. I'll put you right on. Greg, tell us the stories that Dave does not want to hear. A lot of anti-Dave talk. I'm not going to get in the middle of that.
I can't tell you personal stuff that I know.
No, I can't. Yeah,
but he doesn't hook up with girls when he's out there. You know why? Because he's very much into bodybuilding, and he's more like the kind like, oh my god, look, oh shit. That guy's fucking huge. Let me run over there with the microphone and push people away. What's your name? Like he's into bodybuilding. He's really not out there fucking around with your girls.
Oh,
he's a bodybuilding. He's a bodybuilding show. If a hot girl walk by, he might be like, yeah, she's pretty. So let me ask you, what's your training routine? Like, that kind of shit. Whereas Joe and I would be like,
get the body. No.
We would be like, can I buy some of your bath water?
Yeah. Guys, your opinion on one of the most infamous Big Lenny life wisdom quotes: trannies don't exist. It are simply girls' dicks. Big Lenny, God rest his soul. He was a funny fucking guy. I don't agree with Big Lenny. Doesn't mean that
I don't agree with Big Lenny either.
It doesn't mean I'm right. That he was right for him to put that in his mindset. God bless him. That doesn't bother me one fucking bit.
I would turn that quote around a little bit and say, assholes have no gender. In other words, if I stuck an asshole, unless it's all hairy and shit, but if you stuck an asshole through a hole right here, right, there's just a puckered fucking knot right there. You wouldn't know what the fuck you're fucking, right?
Oh, glory holes.
So my tranny quote would be, assholes have no gender.
My tranny quote would be, I've never tried it yet. You never know. I don't plan on it, but who the fuck knows?
Dude, she's hot. You don't know.
I wouldn't know. The one you sent me, bro. Come on, that was
that girl's so fucking. Listen.
Oh, in a second.
And Dave, can I say something about that? Dave's full of shit.
Please.
You know why Dave's full of shit? First of all, I know that him and a few other guys on here are trannies. Okay, now. I can throw names and really fucking blow them up, and they know that. Here's the thing: when I say Dave's full of shit, because he did the whole training thing, so I sent him the girl on there, right? She's really hot, gorgeous.
Yeah.
None of you, listen to me. There's not one of you guys here. I don't care if you have a hot girlfriend, right? She's really hot or a hot wife. I can guarantee you that this girl probably smokes her. And I'm gonna be honest with you. And it's a transgender. Put it this way: this girl looks so good that we had her in a bikini section of with Steve Blackman, and he kept saying that's not a tranny, that's not real. You know what I mean? It's back when she still had her piece of legad. Now it's gone. But
I'm trying to find it on my phone to show it.
yeah, here's the thing.
You want me to show it, or you don't want me to?
Yeah, because why not? You know,
All right.
and that's not even a good picture. I'll show you. That's gonna send you it.
All right, there's. Can't see it.
Let me see. That's her body. You got to see her face, though. Holy Christ. Yeah, that's her there.
It looks like a little bit filtered, but hey, you know. Well,
no, it's not filtered. I can send you the whole. Trust me, she's known.
Listen, if this thing was fucking laying in the fucking bed next to me and she said, fucking, I want to do anal, I'd fucking flip her on her fucking belly and go in.
But Joe, I sent those same pictures to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's to him. Now, let me tell you something. They're video files, which means I got them, you know, from her and everything, but I didn't get them like from a URL or whatever you call that shit, you know. So when I send it to you, it's almost like if I
I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I forgot they were.
Right.
So it's not Photoshop.
No.
A little filter on it, but that's all right. Listen, you can get a wrinkle out or whatever.
Listen to me. I don't think there's any filter on that. Let me. I've seen her in person, but listen. Here's the thing. I sent you. That's a video clip. That's not where Joe has to click on a fucking thing and it brings him somewhere, right? So Dave made up this bullshit and said, ever since Greg sent me the tranny picture of that girl, whatever the fuck, right? He goes, now my fucking phone keeps blowing up with pictures of girls with jock straps on. First of all, they don't wear jock straps. They're not guys. Second of all, and guys with wigs on their head. He's such a fucking liar because that's just a clip. You would not know. There's no dick pic. There's no nakedness in those pictures. I didn't send Joe a picture of her naked, right? She's not naked in it.
No, she's got a bikini or whatever.
Right. She's got a bikini. Listen, this fucking guy, what a bullshitter. She's trying to make it look like, oh, because he clicked on something.
So now
you didn't click on nothing. I sent you the actual file. Do you understand? So you didn't click on nothing.
And when you talk, your phone hears you and you'll start seeing pop-ups of what you're
but I doubt he got, dude, nobody.
It's nothing to do with what, you don't even have to look at it. If you just
They
talk.
don't wear no jock strap. They're not fucking guys. What you guys see on the internet, like, hi, I'm a tranny and I'm a, you know, Joe Biden, like that guy. That's not tranny. Those are messes. That's not a tranny. That's it. Bruce Jenner's not a tranny. Come on, that's somebody who took cross-dressing and went too far. You know what I mean? It took a fetish. But I mean, but what Dave's saying is bullshit. And trust me, I would love, I can tell you, you know that later, but I would love to say shit right now that I know.
Listen, if you did it in confidence, there's no need to, you know what I mean?
No, I'm saying about these guys, you know, but
there's no need to do that. You don't have to say.
They like to throw me out there because I say, yeah, you know, even like when Lee Priest said he was having that threesome and he busted his nut in some guy's mouth, you know, they're like, holy fuck, you know, like,
that was gross, bro.
Done worse. I can say shit right now to fucking, which would cause World War fucking 10 because it's on here. And you guys who sit there and act like, oh no, just tell me. I would never say anything. Run right back to them.
Yeah, right.
You know Valentino said on the show? Here's a fucking clip of that. Because you motherfuckers, especially you little trollies, you fuckers like masturbate to the shit because you have no life. That's why you're a troll. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Charlie Arms was on the RX a lot too. And
hey, Charlie, you know what, Joe? I'm gonna be honest with you. You gave Charlie Arms a platform. Okay, you let him come on here. He showed us his bare ass. Yet he goes over there
and gives money.
Right, he gives tips. What are we fucking?
I don't have it set up with the super chat. I don't know how that works because I'm not monetized. They won't monetize me.
Oh.
A long time ago, they demonetized me for talking about juice. So I think I've tried. I put in for it again and got denied again. So if that's the case, then I can't say he wouldn't give us money because I don't have that opportunity on here.
We have a P.O. box. And I'm kidding.
Yeah. Cash App. Have either of you anytime wore an adult diaper? I never have worn an adult diaper. Have
never
you?
wore. No.
2 guineas on the juice, 2 guineas on the loose. Jimmy the
I
Bull,
love-
equally famous for bar fight.
Oh, Jimmy the Bull can bar fights.
Broken bottles to the throat. I wouldn't want to fucking be anywhere near him in a fucking fight, especially if I was the fucking the one he was angry at.
Greg,
Greg, do you have any photos of you when you weighed 230?
I have photos of me weighing 278. What? It's not pretty. I have my face look like a pumpkin.
That's a lot of
I mean, they're
fucking
all over
weight.
the fucking internet. And then you see the fucking giant balloon arms. That's synthol. Greg Valentino.
Yo,
No,
Greg
it's not
takes
synthol.
synthol.
It's a fun. I drained it of blood. I mean, you actually see what comes out of it when I did the TLC show, but he did synthol. Whatever.
He did.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know.
all that
And I-
synthol out, right, Greg?
Yeah,
All that
and I
bloody
still,
synthol.
yeah. Where you show me where there's oil that comes out, and you know what's funny? Fucking that shit was like 1999. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's insane. You know, I still get people. How's your arm?
25 years ago.
Yeah,
26.
get out of here.
Charlie Arms, there he is. Speaking
There he
of
is, Charlie.
Hey,
Arms.
Charlie. Hello, Greg.
Charlie.
Greg, tell Joe the story about when I knocked out Milton Berle for smoking a cigar in the sauna with disrespect.
Milton, bro.
Milton, Uncle Milty smoked a cigar in the sauna. He
He's
supposedly
kidding.
had one of the biggest cocks in Hollywood.
Milton Berle.
Yeah.
I told you Tom Jones did. Tom Jones was
Jones
fucking
and
Elvira.
Forrest Tucker from F Troop is said to be
Forrest Tucker,
well endowed during his life.
Sergeant,
Sergeant-
Agarn, and then
No.
there's Sergeant
Yeah, Corporal Agarn was the other guy.
Corporal
Sergeant
Agarn and Sergeant
Captain Palmateer, and what was the fucking his name? Sergeant
Cap-
O'Rourke.
Sergeant O'Rourke. He was
O'Rourke.
Captain Palmer,
and-
Captain Palmer, and then
and
Wrangler Jane.
Calamity Jane.
Ra-
Wrangler Jane.
Wrangler Jane.
He was playing up, bro.
Tree, very pretty. Remember she sang that song?
Oh, she was hot.
Yeah, she
She
was.
was hot. Greg, I have to interrupt this one because we have a live read to do.
Okay.
We have Vince.
Oh, shit.
Old man.
There he is, the Trumpster.
Old. I don't know if you could hear. I got a little music in the background. Old Man's Tune Up. Go to oldmanstunup.com or vintagemuscleshop.com. Man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Vince is my buddy from Columbus, Ohio. Check out all of his products. Cougar Cocktail. I got to get Mrs. P on this. But make sure that you go to vincesmuscleshop.com. Tell them you saw it right here on the Greg and Joe show.
Elon
And-
Musk Doge.
Oh, yeah, let me get my labels. It's the
Elon
Doge,
Musk
the
Doge.
labels. And there's
Mm.
Mr. TT.
And if you
Tampon,
really,
Beta Man.
that's it, beta male right here, beta male.
Oh, and there he
Dude,
is
what
also
a
again, once
fucking-
again, the president of the United States of
That's the
America, Donald John Trump. Go to vincesmuscleshop.com or you can just go right to Old Man's Tune Up. Let me tell you
That's-
something. Vince is a fucking strong as a fucking bull.
That's great.
Strong as a fucking bull. And
How
it's 'cause
old is Vince?
He's in his 70s, bro.
Wow, good for him.
And he's a fucking paisan. He's a great fuck. Vince Garza is his full name. Great guy. Guys, hook up. Take care of these guys. This is the good stuff that you can get shipped anywhere you want. Go to his website. He ships his product everywhere. And if you're local, go to Columbus, Ohio. You can buy all different products too. But why would you want it when you got Old Man's Tune Up?
Dude, I love that. And he was
I
funny.
need a tune up once in a while. And guess I get it from Vince. But thank you very, very much, Vince, for being on the Greg and Joe show. I
His pump
appreciate
pills, I have them in the other room. The pump pills.
The
Those
pump
things are.
pills.
Let me get them. The pump pills. And let me tell you about the pump pills. Vince's pump pills. He even said, take those things. Because you know what's funny, Joe? They're all nitric oxide. Excuse me.
Nitric
They're
oxide
beet juice.
boost.
Yeah, this. Wait, Joe, you must have them there, right? Let me get it. It's in there. I just have it because I eat them over here. The pump pills.
I don't think I have them. I have just the powder.
No, I have to here.
This board's pretty hot on here. I don't know who she is, but it's got the right one for a Cougar Cocktail. So you women and men, his and hers, you can stay in great shape
Where am I?
and make
Hold on,
sure
I
that
got
your
them. I
fucking
got them.
loads are aplenty.
I got them right here. Look.
Let me see. I don't have those.
Right here. This one here, Vince's Pump Caps. You see these, Joe, right here? Vince's Pump Caps. Now look, Pump Caps. Right there.
Oh, it's an NO2 and it's a
and it's got Joe, it's got beet juice, all the NO2 stuff in it.
Yeah, that beet shit's like the hot product out there, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could take Viagra, but I guarantee if you took this with Viagra, you might, but dude, take this with your Goliath Lab shit. Oof. This has boy, I can't see for shit. Argentine sulfate, red. I'm sorry, beetroot extract, whatever this other word is. Hydromax. I can't see without glasses. I have to put my.
I hear you, bro. I'm the same way.
I'm bad, bro. I can't. Yeah, you guys read that shit yourself. I don't think you read it, but it's right there.
Line. It looks like it says B7. So just go to Old Man's Tune Up. He has all of these products here, like the one Greg has there, and these ones here, and also Vince'sMuscleShop.com has.
There he is, right there, right?
His own and the other stuff, but we want to focus on Vince's stuff.
Isn't that Vince right there? I can't see.
No, that's not Vince. Vince is.
Yeah, wait, that's young. I know who Vince is. Okay, there. No shit, you're right.
That's one of Vince's friends. That's little Vince.
and here's Tim Walsh right here.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is. There's the real Tim Walsh right there.
Tim Walsh. Oh, he's gonna be one of the front runners.
Caps. These are immune caps.
Immune caps.
Yes. So
keep you healthy. Immunity system.
Makes that.
VinceMuscleShop.com. Old man.
Take some Swol with it. Take the Swol.
Take some Swol, baby. Those blow up dogs can have some pretty sharp edges, though. Is it because when they have like the holes? I guess it kind of you have to blow it up, and it kind of you get like the seam, if you will.
I think that's old school, Joe. They make fucking blow up dolls today with this AI shit. They make these fucking.
They have robots, Greg. Hello, Mr. Valentino. May I suck your cock?
Yes, you may.
Oh my God!
Can you stick your AI finger up my ass while you're sucking my cock? Can you?
I would fucking get one of those in a heartbeat. I meant eating it. Yes, Greg picked up on that. I'm a fucking perv, so I fucked up, Hoog. So
Joe, you can get one. Imagine you get one that looks like your wife when you first met her. You know how you felt when you first met your wife.
Yeah.
Then you see your wife be leaving with suitcases, and you and the fake wife are standing out there.
I say, listen, I have a threesome with her. It's you. It's not cheating.
And Jane, I'm only kidding if you're listening to this.
No, she's at the job now. She's at the work now. Thank God for her.
Is she still doing the nursing, Joe?
Yeah, fucking Minka since 1986. Long fucking road, man.
That's not. I don't know how you can deal with sick people and people. I mean, help me.
I don't feel good.
I can't. Blood and gore don't go good with me.
And then she comes home and has to deal with me.
Oh my God. I know. After seeing dead penises and anuses that fucking shitting themselves all day, and then you want her to come home and fucking take a ride on the wild side.
Come home and fucking give me a blowjob.
Yeah. I just seen some fucking guys dead schwants or fucking them old men. They got these fucking snakes down there because it hasn't been drained in 30 fucking years. Their balls are like plums. You know what I'm saying?
Old man balls hanging out of their fucking underwears. Guys, any food poisoning stories? I have pre-cooked packaged rice in the microwave last week and threw up 16 times. Never again. I mean, I guess we've all had food poisoning. I don't think I've had it to a point where it was like really that sounds bad, Loho.
Are you sure, Loho? Are you sure though that when you say pre-cook, you mean like Uncle Ben's rice that you get off the study? It's kind of like
heat it up, you put it for a minute in the. I don't really like that kind of rice.
But maybe he just had to. Maybe he just got sick, like a virus or something. I don't know. You sure it was food poisoning? I mean, if that shit's food poisoning, first of all, I don't understand. It's not normal for rice to be sitting on a shelf life like that in a packet.
It's dry like that.
It's just not normal. But my girlfriend gets that. We stick it in the microwave, and in a fucking minute, it's hot. You know what I mean? And it's cooked already. It's like It's like
yeah,
I don't see how it could be done. I don't know. Whatever.
pre-cooked and it doesn't go bad. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
not
It's
good.
weird. It's weird. Richie B, Dave's a good guy. I'm sure he's just joking
No,
around.
listen. Hey, listen. We're
But
playing
no, I
around.
think
We
it's
like
you
it.
always say that
Yeah.
guy's a good guy. I think
Yeah,
he's
I can. Yeah,
having a
he's a good
few
guy. I
little
get along with
sarcasm.
Dave. We're all good friends. I mean,
Yeah,
we
but
joke
listen,
around.
that
Hey,
show was funny the other day.
and they blast the shit out of me. You know what I mean? So I can give it back way more so if I had to. I could do Elite Priest and he would be like, he would start sinking in his seat like that, you know?
Yeah, but you're better than that, bro. You don't need
I
to
don't
go
do that shit. No, I don't. I'm not going to attack him, but I could,
No,
but I don't. I love him. I'm friends with all these guys. It's not you. Listen, when you start getting older, you don't let little shit bug you anymore. You understand?
No.
Man? If I let, back when I was fucking, 30 years old, even, I'd be driving a car, even up 40, I'd be driving a car, guys got brights on behind me. I fucking start going real
You
slow.
stop screaming,
And,
yeah.
and then I'm like, you want to get out of the car?
Jam on the
Don't do
brakes.
that.
I can't be
Dude.
bothered now, bro.
Me neither. I just pull over and go ahead past me.
Yeah.
I don't give the finger. I don't go,
Go.
fuck you, asshole. I don't do any of that. You got past me. Because first of all, you don't know who could fucking,
Yeah.
One time, Joe, I was in the backwoods and it was a carload of Mexicans, right? And this kid was fucking like on my ass. So I pulled him over and I grabbed him out of the car and I just was in the woods. And I pulled him right through the fucking window and I had him. This is a long time ago. I was maybe in my late 20s. So that's how long ago this was. And I put him on the hood of the car and started smashing him like this. And there was 20 other Mexicans in the car. They all get out of the car. And they're like, my friend, please, my friend, no problem. We don't want no problems.
Oh, okay. So they didn't jump on you, at least.
No, but they could have looked around and said, listen, there's nobody around.
Nobody's here.
This is
Fuck
the
me
woods.
up.
They could have stuck me and shit. So sometimes you think about shit later on and you're like, wow, that was a bad scene. And I have had guns pulled on me. You know what I mean? We're driving. My wife was pregnant with my son. And on a Garden State Park where I had a guy pull right in my car like this with the gun. And
I've had guns pulled on me too, not work related, fucking just like you're saying in your social fucking world. Yeah, it's not good. It doesn't feel good.
Right.
What have you ate today, Greg? What have you eaten today, Mr. Valentino?
What did I eat? I had a 1 bar and I had what else? I had a little Swiss cheese. I didn't eat a lot today because I had somebody coming over. So, you know what I mean? I'm actually pretty famished. So if any of you guys want to send the DoorDash over this way.
5 Guys.
What did you eat, Joe? I had a 1 bar and I always eat the Quest cookie. It's usually eat one every morning. It's like the first thing I eat when I wake up, man. First I got to take my blood and all that shit. So once I'm done doing that, then I eat a Quest cookie.
And you can eat, no, you got to get your.
And I like them cold.
Blood, yeah.
I like them cold. I don't like them room temperature or bendy. I like them cold. Have you ever eaten a Quest cookie, Joseph?
I believe I have. Yeah. No, they're good.
Joe, the goddamn.
I think I've had it.
The chocolate chip. Okay, I'm gonna get it. The chocolate chip cookie is amazing, Joe. You got to get it. It's like there's nothing. I have one left. I got to get more later. I'll go to Walmart. I'll go to Walmart and get them. But this is how I start my day with this shit. I swear to God, right here. This is my bitch right there. The Quest cookie, the protein cookie.
Protein cookie.
Right, look, I have a whole big empty box of them here.
Yeah, no, they make a good product,
Yeah, I mean, they're
big company.
I mean, it's not, you know what I mean? It's
140 calories on a cookie. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's 240, but it's this 1 gram of sugar. One.
That's huge for you.
And that comes from for me, that's great. I don't even know if you can see. This is blurry, so you're not seeing shit. But there's 1 gram of sugar. 19 carbs, but you don't get any of that shit absorbed. But the thing is, there's 16 grams of protein. I can't even see. I'm so fucking. I need glasses to see.
It's good and it's good for you. That's
right.
It's
there
not
you go.
horrible. It's not junk food.
Carbs. I'm sorry, 2 net carbs. What the fuck am I doing?
That's nothing for that sauce. It's a pretty big cookie too.
2 net carbs.
15 grams of protein.
Right.
That's fucking, for a diabetic. That's
that's great. And can I tell you, these taste as fucking good as any other chocolate chip cookie I've eaten.
Yeah, you can. You don't need to have Chips Ahoy. They've made a lot, of things with the healthy food. Fixing
well, as
it up.
you get older, and if you have diabetes, okay, which can come on at any time, That's basically what killed my father. You know what I mean? My father
Yeah.
was sharp as a, didn't have no Alzheimer's, no dementia, read a book a day, blah, 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 blah. But that fucking guy had to have typical thick-headed guinea, had to have junk food with every meal he ate. He could eat a good meal and then has to have some sort of dessert with it, and he just could not stop eating sugar.
Yeah. Well, he lived a long time though. So
Yeah, he did.
he was in good, his body fought it off for a long time.
He was 88, but he could have fucking
Yeah,
went longer.
no, he was in good shape even when he was older. I remember seeing him at your house. He looked great for an old guy, as far as his physique shit. He wasn't like fucking scrawny looking, old guy.
No,
thing,
yeah, he wasn't like that.
Skeletal. No, your father looked healthy even when he was older. Speaking of shit story, my pleasure. Have either of you been banging your girl nuts so hard you sharted in the bed? I have never shit in the bed that I came so hard. No,
Never.
I guess that would be kind of, as long as you finish, who cares if she gets, fucking.
I banged ass and got a little, pebble on.
Oh, that's different. Yeah,
actually, not with my girlfriend now, but I've done it. I've gotten it from others. You know what I'm saying? I had really bad. I told you I was one time I was fucking when I got really sick too. I was fucking this chick in the ass. No, the other one with I had shit. I put a big wad of Vaseline, and I'm over there and I'm fucking her. And while I'm fucking her, I'm almost like massaged. There was so much Vaseline that I was like massaging like my cock with it. You know what I mean? Like while I'm sticking it in there, I'm rubbing like I'm going, oh yeah, and I'm going like this and shit. And my dick's going. And then when I pulled it out, like the fuck, it smelled like deer lure, and like the whole fuck. And I look, and it wasn't Vaseline. It was shit. It was shit.
You were squeezed.
Yeah. And Joe, I looked at my cock,
scratched your face,
and there was literally little shit caked in the hole of my dick.
Oh.
And I knew. I swear.
Did you finish though? You shot your load, and then you saw.
Yeah. Come on. What the hell? You got to finish. You got listen.
It's worth it, bro.
A stiff cock has no conscience. A stiff cock has no. Remember, like I was watching with Dave Chappelle's, like, was talking about that. Like, and he's banging some white chick, and she's like, "Come on my face, you N-I-J," you know what I mean? And he's like, most guys that think, oh, you start calling me that shit, and he's like, no way, bro. He goes, I'm finishing, and I'm gonna come all over her face. I don't call me N-I-G all you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna Spakim. So I did Spakim, but the worst thing is, I ran and I washed, and I said to myself, you're fucked. Watch, that can't be good. To have shit in the hole of your dick, that can't be good. And son of a bitch, 2 or 3 days later, I had like, I don't know if it was chlamydia, what it was so bad. I had gonorrhea. This was worse than gonorrhea. It was unbelievable.
You get the infection from the germs from the shit. Oh
my God.
Because it's in there now. Even if you washed it out, you can't wash the fucking urethra out. It
was so bad. My dick was so bad. It was like fucking, help me. I cried when I had to take a shit. Because when you shit, you pee. And the last thing you wanted to do was pee. Little pee drops through. I'm like, no, I don't want to pee.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was on fire.
Gonorrhea too.
I've never had that, thankfully. I noticed Gregg mentioned something about him doing graffiti after 9/11, writing his ex-girl's name. Can you elaborate on that? I've done some graffiti myself. I've told Joe before. Yes, Hugo de Kloos is he does graffiti in Denmark. So what did you do on what did you write on the
what happened was my girlfriend died at this person's house, this girl that she's friends with, right? At her house, at her apartment. And right it was on 47th and it was right by the west side. I can't remember, like 47th and 9th. It's been a while now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, 47th, like 10th or something like that, right? So I went out there and they had this long stairs and shit up to the apartment buildings. It's all schivazos over there. You know what I mean? And savages.
Back then, yeah.
And I went over there and I spray painted her name, Joyce, I love you, and all this shit. And I wrote her name and I put the date and everything, and I put candles there. And I did it right on the fucking sidewalk. And 2 cops pull up, and I looked at them and I said, "Yeah, my girlfriend died here." And they go, "I don't even give a shit." They were like,
"Oh yeah, no, that's."
They're like,
if they broke your balls, I would have said they were fucking douchebags.
Yeah, he was like, "I don't even care. You can spray paint all you want." I didn't say that.
And you had a legit thing, and you weren't being a fucking, it wasn't like you were writing, fucking fuck,
The thing is, I did it I did it a bunch of times, but I did it the year anniversary of her death, and she died September 10th, 2020. So on September 10th,
2000,
2020.
you mean?
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah,
not
what did I say? 2020. September
2020.
10th, 2000. Right.
Yeah,
I'm
a year
sorry.
before the
Right.
towers.
So
Yeah.
what happened was, and she died overnight. You know what I mean? Like at 2 a.m. So I went on that day at 2 a.m. I went. So technically, it was September 11th.
Yeah.
Okay. 2001, and that's when I spray painted on there. Then I went and met my friend, my boy Paulie Verdiglione, who was my partner in the gym.
Uh-huh.
I called him Frank in my book, and we met at around the clock diner. We ate at around the clock diner, and when we got home, around the clock diner was right there where fucking the World Trade Center is. When we got home, I had just gone in the house. I went in to go to the bathroom, and my father comes out and goes, "Holy shit, they just blew up the World Trade Center." I said, I was just there.
You
What
missed
are you
it
talking
by
about?
an hour.
Yeah, I
but-
missed it by about an hour.
Yeah.
Yep,
Wow.
by about an hour.
That's fucked up, man.
Yep, that was a great diner around the clock.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
I think it was
Open all
destroyed
the
in that.
time. Round the
Yep.
night. Greg, I have another live read for another sponsor. Let me get some music to get in the mood. Chapel of Peace Cremation Services. Can you hear the music? Is the music?
I heard it. Yes.
Okay. This is Johnny Kunkel, West Coast Johnny, and his son Vince. They have a brick and mortar place in San Diego. But if the person is deceased in San Diego, they can have the casket and urn shipped out of state. If the person passes outside of San Diego, local funeral home would ship the Chapel of Peace, and Vince, who's Johnny's son, would receive them at the airport. They do all the administrative tasks, Greg. You both of us have been through this. It's a pain in the ass. Filing the death certificate, obtain the burial permits, and all of this shit. You don't want to be bothered with this when you're dealing with
No, I don't want to be bothered with it.
They do all of this stuff. Private and dignified cremation, in which the family wants to be there. If they're in the area, they can be there. Everything is returned to the family promptly. So you can go to chapelofpeacecremation.com, chapelofpeacecremation@gmail.com, or 619-749-8560. So if, let's say, you need cremation services, they could ship, you can ship to them and they ship it back. If your loved one dies there and you live out of state, let's say your loved one's at a Padres game and they, God forbid, Johnny and Vince will take care of business for you. Make sure that keep these guys in mind. Hopefully you never need them. I'm not wishing them bad luck, but I kind of am, I guess. But, you know, there's one thing we know. Funeral parlors and cremation services, they'll never not have business. It's just the way it works.
Right. And if John Kunkel's my boy, okay, he's a friend of myself and Joe.
Yep.
And if I fucking drop dead tomorrow, John, I want you to burn me.
Yep. And we know he'll do it with the utmost respect. And his son is a chip off the old block. He's a
Don't take
nice
no
guy.
selfies of my penis and send it around. Say, look, this is Valentino's dead penis.
But
just
Chapel
kidding.
of Peace
John is my guy.
Cremation. Yeah, Johnny's a great
John
guy.
should do some with his gym. You ever see John's got a gym there? He's really into
He's
old
got-
school bodybuilding and shit.
It's a museum. It's almost like a
know.
working
I
museum.
know.
It's fucking awesome. Yeah, I always told them, send me pictures. I'll put them in the magazine. I have put different things in the magazine from him, but I'd love to do like a little piece on it. You know,
I
with
did an
all of the-
interview with him. He's such a good guy.
Oh, he's this fucking sweetest guy, man. And I've hung out with him in person a few times when I've been at LA Fit Expo, and we've went out to dinner, just me and him.
Well, now
Right
that he
up
has
all the
this
way.
business, Joe, and you're out with him, I'd be a little nervous if he said, "Here, try this drink." Joe, let's get something to eat. Do you have to use the bathroom? He got a little
And he
thing
knows I
out.
live in New York, so it's gonna be.
Good,
He's
yeah.
got to. It's the job.
Joe, you're looking like you might have to release it. Go use the bathroom, and then you fucking put a little in your drink and just.
Heel over.
I'm just kidding. Johnny's my boy.
This
John,
is
you know. John, you know I'm only joking. We're happy.
John's gonna off his friends for business. Hey, listen, worst things could happen. John's a good guy. I wouldn't mind giving him the business.
Yeah, you
When
ain't
I'm
kidding.
ready to go, John, I'll come by. That's funny. That's great. The penis gives it away. I guess he was. I must be so far behind. We talk about the trans testicles there. What's the name of the black dude that Gregg confirmed to have been with Transformers? He's using code because they fucking don't show the thing. He's like an announcer in bodybuilding now. He used to compete. Joe was beefing with him some years back.
What?
Mac Truck? Sean Ray?
No.
Sean Ray.
Sean Ray. No.
Sean Ray's a good, yeah.
No.
That was years ago.
Oh,
yeah, Sean
Ray.
and I are cool
Sean
now.
Ray.
Yeah.
Sean Ray. He was with,
he?
I think, Sasha Ungata.
And that's a good-looking.
Sasha Ungata was actually a fitness girl that you guys all cream over. She was on the cover of Muscle and Fitness and some other magazines.
And
she might have even been on MD, Joe.
And she had the full surgery. She became a real woman.
Sorry, I need to drink my pre-work. My friend woke me up earlier today. Yes. I'm not sure if he knew. I think he did know, though. I don't know. And I think she might not be the only one. She was actually cute. She's sort of like a Hawaiian. You know, and them Asians, Joe, they're born like.
Yeah, they got nice features. Yeah.
And skinny, the way I like them and shit, skinny. I love skinny.
Yep, they're small.
But, I mean, wow. And she was okay. But Sasha Ungata was her name. And that's it.
Angora, Sasha Angora. What's this? Craig, what's up, Craig? Thanks for watching again, my friend. I was really turned off by Mr. G's transphobic comments yesterday in the show, Greg. Is that idiot still living in the 50s? Why would he refuse to let a beautiful trans woman hand out cookies?
Craig, let me tell you something. My brother, he's used to seeing these chicks like, you see on the, like, gay rights, trans rights. Real trans don't. You may work with, you may go to school with, you may have one living down the street that's got kids with a husband. They adopted. You don't even know.
Yeah.
There's plenty out there that fit in. They don't want to be, figured out like that. And you would never know. I can't stress enough, Craig, I will send you pictures where if you say to me, God damn it, that's one of the best looking girls I've ever seen, you would never know. There's no man to her. But it's rare, Craig. It's rare. Okay, just like today, homosexuality is everywhere, on both sides, lesbian and gay. It's everywhere. Yep. It's rare. It's not a thing that. And now, like every 1 out of every fucking 10, excuse me, I got guys in my gym, and they were talking to me, and they were saying, "Yeah, man, we got fucking." I heard one guy saying, "Dude, is that tranny, the one that's in 10th grade? Is she with that guy?" And I go, "Wait, whoa, hold on."
10th grade.
I just said, "Wait a minute. What are you talking about? You got a tranny in your school?" He goes, "What?" He goes, "We had like 20 of them." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" Now, Joe, you went to school. I went to school. None of that shit existed.
Nothing.
And if any of those people became transgender, it was later on.
Yeah. Full adulthood.
I went to school with a guy that was actually rugged and shit worked out at my gym, and I found that he became transgender. That's usually somebody though who is like is more has a fetish. Like I believe that Bruce Jenner, you know what I mean? Like, why didn't you transgender all those years? If you wanted to do that, why didn't you do it as soon as you turned 18 or 16 and you out of house? But why didn't you do it then? You know what I mean? Don't give me that shit. It's because there's a difference. A lot of these guys, it's a kink. You wear your girlfriend's panties in bed or something, and you get you a wicked boner or something. I don't know. You prance around in her heels, whatever, and then that goes a little further, and then a little further. Because if you know anything, a lot of cross-dressers, Joe, are straight. They like girls. They don't like.
Yeah. I don't get it, but
I don't either.
I know that. Yeah.
But they get. You know how many guys like my husband cross-dresses, and I'm totally fine with it. And he doesn't like men. It's true. It doesn't.
My wife would fucking laugh at me. She fucking. Oh, Jesus.
Well, Joe, you and I aren't too. I don't think we'd make pretty girls, Joe.
No, I take that as a compliment.
You know what I mean? I don't think we make pretty girls. But what I'm trying to say is that those guys don't understand. George doesn't understand. Okay, because Andrew Tate put up a post, and I talk about it all the time, where he said, "What would you rather do? Would you rather fuck Megan Fox with a penis?" That you find out Megan Fox is trans and she's still got a penis, or would you rather fuck Hulk Hogan, who's got a vagina? You find out he's a trans woman. You're out of your. Even Andrew Tate said if you would take Hulk Hogan over to fucking genetic, You're gay. He said, you're fucking gay.
gayer than
He
if
said,
you
I wouldn't care if Megan Fox was transgender and had a penis. I would just fuck her in the ass.
Yeah.
And what he's trying to say is, you're not attracted to the men. Gay men do not like fucking transvestites or gays or girls.
No, 'cause they look like women.
If
Yeah.
they like men.
They're like a dude. Yeah.
Men. They're attracted to masculinity. It's a
Yeah.
big difference. So George doesn't kind of understand that. That's when when he says all that shit, you know what I mean? He thinks like you're gonna have some guy in high heels. Hi, would you like a cookie? You know what I mean? Like, you know.
That would be funny though. You might get some attention out of that.
I mean, like, you know, give me a break. But then there are some of you guys out here who love female bodybuilders, even like the masculine ones, like, oh wow,
Yeah.
I've been training for 30 years.
Yeah.
And they got this shit I got right here, and they shave that shit. Go kiss a few, you get like scratched, and you're like, whoa. You know what I mean?
100%. Yep. I know
And
exactly
if you're
what you
bending
mean.
over a chick and she's got giant traps and muscular and V taper and thighs with fucking cross striations in them, that's not the most feminine thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you still like, you're like, oh, I would fucking bang that.
That doesn't turn me on because it's too masculine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's too man for me. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean you can't. You know, you might turn you. If they're super jacked, I can't. If they're hard body, like a
Yeah.
bikini chick, that's a different story. I like hard,
Yeah.
skinny, tight. That's it.
I like the bodybuilders, but not. I mean, I don't like the butchy ones. Like
Right.
Denise Messino to me is.
Oh, I
fucking-
love Denise. You know,
Oh,
Denise and I are
she's.
friends. But I don't look at her sexually or any of these people sexually. You know what I'm saying? It's a different.
I do.
I just Denise forever.
Yeah, I love Denise too. But
Denise's husband was a friend of mine from when I was a teenage boy.
Rob, yeah,
Rob Messina, from way back. And they're no longer married, but you know, I know Rob forever.
Our new husband Greg is a fucking great dude. I've met him.
I never met. You know what? I think I did meet him, but you know, because I've seen Denise.
Used to be at the Arnold with her all the time.
Yeah.
You
and
Greg
I went over. Right.
Yeah, I think you did meet him that year. Greg, her husband Greg is a fucking very nice guy. He's really, really fucking cool.
Well, he's got the right name.
Yes, it spells it the same too. 2 G's.
Oh shit.
Hey, Stufa, there's my buddy from the UK. Do you think the US politician will encourage people to get the ouchie Fauci by gorging on a burger and fries, threw it up a few hours later because his true lizard form can't handle human food? So you believe he might be a lizard person? I think anybody that forced people to get the fucking vaccine were wrong.
Listen, Fauci's not a lizard. He's a penis. I'm just telling you. Listen,
prick.
he's a fucking bunghole. I don't believe all that
Corrupt
lizard
motherfucker.
shit. Like we evolved from lizards, and there's lizard people fighting monkey people.
Yeah, there's no.
I mean,
Stufa's just joking around. He likes.
No, but he is. I do believe that he is an asshole. He made all that shit up, and he should go to jail.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people who died from that. My son's married, so his wife's cousin had a little bit bad, like bronchitis, right? Bad cold, and he was afraid. Oh no, do I have COVID? This, that, and his family's like, well, go to the hospital and let them test you for COVID, right? So he went to the hospital, and you know, they told him, look, you have some fluid, you know, in your lungs. Let's just put you on a ventilator for 1 day. Just sleep it off to tomorrow, and then you'll be fine. Yeah. So he calls up his family, says, all right, they're going to put me on a ventilator for a day, and then tomorrow I'll be fine. Now, the families weren't allowed to go to the hospital.
Nope.
Okay, you couldn't go there, check on. So nobody's there to watch him. They put him on a ventilator. A week later, they call his family, and it rotted his whole fucking thing, and he died. Wow. He died from it. The ventilators were killing people. They put me on a ventilator, and I thought, I thought I was going to die. Right, I pulled them fucking. But I got lucky. I wish I could tell you I did the Hercules, but I got lucky. You know what I mean? But this guy died, and if he would have. And my friend Joe knows that Charlie Gasparino, Fox Business News, is my childhood friend, right? His brother Jimmy runs a hospital in Brooklyn, the biggest Brooklyn hospital. I don't know what the name of it is, but he's their boss. He's an MD, PhD, does the research, he's everything, right? And he was my training partner. He caught COVID in the beginning of COVID, when COVID was really bad and killing people and everything.
Bad cases at the beginning,
right. And he told me he was at home and he fainted, and actually he had a glass table, and I guess he hit his head on a glass table with blood everywhere. and he said that he couldn't breathe, and Charlie, we call him Chucky, but Charlie, his brother said, "Listen, I'll get a helicopter, come there and take you right to the hospital." And Jimmy said, "I'm not going to a hospital. You're not putting me in hospital. They'll kill me there."
This is the guy who runs.
Top doctor. Okay. So he's not into all that he's not into politics or anything. He doesn't get involved in that. But he said to me, "I'm not going to a fucking hospital." And he fought it, and it was fine. All these people that ran to hospitals out of fear and panic, remember, the hospitals were getting scuttled for every person he put. If you went there for fucking my toenail hurts, let's put you on a ventilator. Your toenail will feel better. And sometimes you wind up dying being on that ventilator. Ventilators kill you, because what happens is, unless your throat's closed and you can't breathe, what happens is they put, the thing goes, that little tube goes right into your lung. Your lung sees it as an invader. Okay, so it starts secreting fluids. Do you understand? Nobody should be on a ventilator for a long time unless you cannot breathe on your own.
Yeah, unless you're gonna fucking die.
Right. If you're congested, you don't need a ventilator. You need to decongest.
Yeah, that whole thing was a fucking disaster.
Bad.
I'm so glad it's in the past, and
nothing to do with lizard people and all that. That's all bullshit.
Yeah, no, he's just fucking around. Joe, I sent, hey, Porch, what's up? Here's another one of my fucking Instagram buddies. I sent you some hot Thai girls lately. Did they have penises? I'm a little worried about that. Are they lady boys?
So
personally, I'm with Mr. G on that one. It was only about handing out cookies. Dave was trying to get Mr. G to be attracted to that person. I didn't see that. Was that on this new show? I didn't see that.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was. No, I understand. That's stupid. Dave's being stupid, though. Why would you need a tranny to? You just get somebody there, fucking. And you know what? George himself is a better seller for those cookies. Why do I need some hot girl? You're actually insulting my intelligence. Like, hi, eat this cookie.
Try some of them.
Yeah. You go to George, he can talk you into fucking buying the Brooklyn Bridge. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that George needs anybody to help him. Away, us men are that. Well, it's true. We are fucked up. But I mean, think about it. I have a friend who goes like an Instagram fanatic, right? And he tells me, he's friends with 500,000 people, and they're all girls. And he said, I don't even know who they are. I see a hot chick and I instantly like their fucking profile.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's guys like you that fuck us up, because I don't give a shit. Chick's hot. What that means now I got to follow her and stuff. I'm gonna buy your cookie. I'm gonna buy your fucking cookie.
Yeah, she's handing out the cookie.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, there's Corey Hanks. What up, Corey? What up, dudes? We all know Gregg is legendary for his steroid doses. But let me ask you, Joe, what was your biggest cycle and what were your results? I fucked up pretty bad. I did test, I did tren, and I did D-ball. And that was when my fucking my hemocrit was like 19. Hemocrit or hemoglobin, whatever that smaller number is, it was 19, which they told me 15 is kind of where you want to be. And it's a big jump when you get to those numbers, even though it doesn't sound like a lot, the scale doesn't go a lot higher. So yeah, I was using way too much and not cycling. I was calling it TRT, but I knew it wasn't. And I kept blowing off blood tests until I was going to get surgery, and I had to go for pre-surgical testing, and my blood came back like fucking ragu. And they had to cancel the fucking surgery. And I had to fucking go cold turkey, and I had to go to a hematologist and get drained every other day. He was filling up, Gregg, like fucking half-gallon fucking jars
of blood.
Just draining me. The girl pricked my finger to do a test. She couldn't even get anything to come out. It was
Joe, that's no good. Joe,
I know. I'm so glad that
I saved your life, man.
Yeah, I would have had a fucking stroke. My blood,
or liver fucking would have dropped dead, and then you're fucked. A kidney. Listen to me. Tren is a nasty drug, and you shouldn't really be doing it. The real Tren it's a knockoff of Parabolin or Trembolin essay, but that's from that's legit stuff that was made in France. I used to sell it 76 milligrams. Whatever you're taking, if you're taking that Tren, you're getting off the street. There's no pharmacy that makes Tren. So somebody made that shit that you're taking, okay? Yeah. And supposedly, I don't know too much about it, okay? because it's not my thing. But I know, you know, the trend, if you're taking trend, you have to drop the test low, I think. And I know you can't take DECA because I think they compete on the same receptor. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a test guy.
4-19. Bro, since then, I've only been on test.
Yes, test
I
alone.
totally fucking, I was stupid. You know, I was getting it for nothing. So I was like, hey, what the hell? Let me try it. Let me use this. Let me use whatever I was getting. I was fucking, like you were saying when you used to sell. You had so much of it laying around, you just started fucking using it.
There you go.
There. So you're like, you know, I'm not going to stand on a corner and sell it. You know, I'm going to fucking use it. It's not, I don't want to go to waste, but
Right.
yeah, I was very stupid with the stuff. Thankfully, nothing too bad happened.
I'm a hyper responder. If I start taking that shit, I gain weight right away and get jacked. And then my age, that's heart attack problem. And I don't want that.
Yeah.
And you guys out there that are taking Tren and all these other drugs, unless you're competing, if you're just doing it to be Mr. Mall or be the biggest guy at your job or your school, you're just putting too much stress on your body for no reason.
And that was me. I was a dick. I was stupid. And I weighed 230 pounds at my heaviest. Wow. I weigh 200 now. So figure 30 pounds. And some of it was, I had a little bit of a gut because you get bloated from this shit with water retention. But I wasn't like a fat 230. It was a fucking soft 230. If I had no shirt on, I didn't look ripped. But it was just all fucking bloat from the fucking shit. And that's not healthy, you know?
No, it's not.
It's horrible. Tough Enough. Sup, guys? Sup, Tough Enough? What's up?
What's up, Tough Enough?
Thank you for watching again. I saw this rich woman on the Instagram the other day, really prominent looking. So I go to check her bio to see her job. And guess what she is? A DEI consultant. Oh my God, it's so easy to get rich if you're far left. Imagine needing a consultant to tell you to hire somebody that doesn't deserve to have a job.
I'm telling you. Who was it that was just saying? It was a big businessman that was saying, if you send me your resume and you have your pronouns on there, I don't care how good you are, instantly I reject your resume.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Who was that? It was somebody.
Sounds familiar.
It was a big resume guy. I don't know if it was Mr. Wonderful over there, Kevin O'Leary. It was one of them. He said, if you have your pronouns, if you're trying to get a job at was it? I think it was Elon Musk.
Was it Musk?
I think it might have been Musk. Said, if you're looking for a job with my company and I see that you have my pronouns are her, she, he said that right there. He goes, I don't even read the rest of your resume.
Yeah, I agree. It's this.
Isn't it funny? I don't mean to be. I gotta say this the right way. Isn't it funny? What was it? Target the other day had Black Lives Matter outside protesting because they did away with DEI, right?
Yes, I saw a clip on Twitter.
Isn't it funny how those people have all this time, I guess because they're not working, to fucking stand out like savages and protest and tell people who you got to hire and who you don't. And if I'm going to be honest with you, people like Bo Jackson, okay, who was raised by his black grandmother, because I don't know where his parents were, but she raised him. And he said, my grandmother demanded excellence. Mm-hmm. They didn't want you to get no DEI job or anything. You better get your job and work for that job, earn it. And he said that one time, I forgot, he wanted to hang out in front of the fucking place, and she grabbed him, she dragged him upstairs, and she made him look out the window, and he saw all these savages, because he lived in an apartment complex. You know what I'm talking about, right? A hood project. And she said, do you want to be like them? Do you want to be like them? She goes, if you want to be like them, get out of my house. You will never be like them. No. Right. And he said that she taught him that. And he said most of the guys that he knew from when he was young are either dead or in jail. And and his values there. Listen, DEI. Why do you need DEI unless you're saying, well, I'm a loser? Do you know what that is? That's an insult to black people, because they're saying, look, you're stupid. You're not as smart as us.
We got to give you this.
I gotta make the test that if you get a 60, you're gonna pass, because you're not too smart. I can get a 90, but you can't. So let me fucking make it easy for you. If that's the case, they're telling you you're stupid. That's a form of control. DEI is a form of control
Yep.
of black people. If they're too stupid to see it, you think, oh shit, I want that job, man. No, you're being stupid. You don't see what they're doing to you.
That's
I'm
all
just
of
telling you.
globalist, Soros, Rothschild
Right.
mentioned, and it reaches across the pond from fucking England where they live. Mike James, this one's good. I bet whatever guy who swallowed Lee Priest cum gained 8 pounds of lean muscle.
Yeah, I got to ask Lee.
I have a PayPal tough enough, joe@musclesportmag.com. And if it's for Greg, I would fucking send it right to him.
Wait, who was that? That was not Joe.
That was tough enough. He was saying, because I said I don't have the monetary super chat. Charlie Arms, what's your fucking problem, Greg? I can't give tips on the stream. You know that I'm always taking care of you, going back to when you were a young man. Charlie, we love you. We love you, Charlie. You're a regular. Anybody who watches this show on a regular, you're all right.
Charlie, I do like you now. I really do.
Yes.
So.
Yep. And I like you. And the girl said he had a nice ass. We'll fucking cut him slap. Danny boy. Hey guys, 8:30 here in England. Just getting from concreting all day. Are you a grease ball? Only grease balls do concrete.
That boy,
England.
Danny boy. Oh, Danny boy.
Thunder, there he is. There's nothing there. Joe, I got the magazine yesterday. It's awesome, bro. Greg talking smack was wild. Greg, how much did hook a course in Tijuana back in the summer of 81? Oh, thank you, Nick. This is
you're talking about when I was in. Oh man, I used to love fucking crack horse because they're fucking.
Yeah, there's a picture of a crack horse.
I love crack horse because they're skinny. Even my girlfriend says like
Tijuana in 1981, you probably could have got one for fucking like a coin.
Oh,
like
I was in Tijuana. Oh my god, if you only knew.
Steroids.
I was down there. Dude, you get fucking like 10-year-old girls. Hi, and I'm like, stop that. Get out of here. You know what the fuck? That place was bad
horrible,
back then.
bro. Yeah, I've never been in Tijuana. I've never been there. I've been to Mexico,
cool.
Different parts, but I always wanted to go there because it looks skelly like. It would be fucking kind of cool to check it out,
It is. It's actually pretty fucking cool there. I mean, back then, you're talking a long time ago when I was there. Today, it's a different animal. There was no cartel shit and all that stuff.
Fucking mugged and shit,
Or you might not
Billy
come back.
Cobbs. What's up, Bill? Greg, I got a question. Would you consider coming out of retirement and do a bodybuilding show? Well, that's what they were talking about on RX. Dave wants you and Jimmy the Bull and Mr. G to pose and do all of these things. I mean, it's like, come on, bro.
I just got off the phone with Jimmy before we did this show. I talked to Joe Zapata and Joe, and then I talked to Jimmy, and Jimmy had me on. I told you he had me on FaceTime and showing me all the shit he's doing. Yeah. No, I would never. I don't have it in me. Okay, let me make this clear. Right. I don't care. Do you understand? Even if God said to me, listen, you'd win. Now, what money does speak volumes, okay? But it would actually, if you're going to throw me $100, but if you're going to say, I'll give you $2,000, it's not worth it.
Of course, I do it naked in a gay bar.
$100,000 or so, now you got my ear. Okay, but here's the problem. I don't feel like dieting and going through all that shit, going out and put my body on all the stress is 65. Now, if I was 21, it's a different animal. You know what I mean? And they're not going to be, I'm not trying to be cocky, but they're not going to be me. I can tell you that now. Yeah. I just don't want to, I don't have the desire to do that. It's not like,
but Dave should put his money where his mouth is. Why isn't, I know somebody said during the show, hey, why don't you do it, Dave? Oh, no, I want it. He, quickly, fucking got off that. So
I love Dave.
You're going to put other guys up there and you want them to do it, Dave. The only way to do it is say you'll do it with them. And
if you watch that show again, Joe, I said to Dave, why don't you do it? Right. And he said, I'm ripped. I would win.
Yeah, you're right. I did hear that. Okay.
And let me
when you said that, it reminded me now. Yep. He says he's ripped and he would beat all these. All right. So maybe you are, but let's see. The truth hurts, Greg.
Joe, I can take a pencil and make it ripped. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't, you're not beating me. Do you understand? Nobody's beating you. You're not beating me with your rip. You have to have muscle too. Do you understand? Yeah. I don't want to hear that shit. You're not beating me. I still have that X body. You saw the other day, I made a little joke fucking with them, showing my legs. That's just my legs in the gym. You know what I'm saying? One set of leg press. I mean, come on. I'm not being cocky. I don't want to do that. I have no desire. If God said right now you got to compete, you'll win the Mr. Olympia. I don't want that. I want the money, but I don't want it. That's the only reason why I would consider it's like ridiculous amount of money. I'd feel like I'm forced to, but I don't want to. I don't want to put my body through it. Do you know what they go through to get to that level?
Oh, it's disgusting. It's so.
Joe, you want to sit around and eat skinless chicken? Your wife's over there. Yeah, me and the kids getting pizza today. What do you? Oh, Joe, sorry, Joe. The steamed broccoli's on the top, and you're gonna sit there while your son Jimmy's over there got fucking piece of little gravy on his cheek, and he's, oh, Dad, this pizza, or from your favorite fucking pizza. You'd be sitting there smelling at you, dude. I told you, Leela Brada was at my house, 1988, 2 weeks before the Mr. Olympia. He was with Robin, his wife. Back then, she was his girlfriend. She wasn't his wife yet. And he was like freaking out because we would go out to eat. We're eating Italian food, and then Robin's over there eating like chicken parm. And, you're like, oh, chicken parm. And he's over there peeling eggs, right? And eating egg whites with a little bit of rice. And he's eating egg whites, and he's going to her, this is like really hard, man, right now. This is really tough. And she said to him, I don't want to hear it. She said, this is you made this choice.
You want to do, yeah.
You said you made this choice. That's what you want to do. You want to get, I don't want to hear it, but I'm eating my fucking chicken parm. There's no sympathy. Do you understand? Yeah. That's what you don't have to sit around and eat egg whites with fucking rice or a piece of fucking like fish that's fucking got no flavor. This nasty shit. While somebody else is eating chicken parm with the nice Italian salad, little Italian bread, Joe. You dip it in the gravy
on the side.
No, Maron. You know what I mean? Right? A little dish of ziti, little dishes there.
Yep. And then what do you need after that? Another thing from the RX show the other day, brioski.
That's it. Joe, I brought that up to Jimmy.
I always say the same thing. I always go, I need a brioski.
You
do too.
I said that to Jimmy. I said, dude, you got to get the brioski.
And he went and got it.
I didn't know what to think about that at first. He should have said, yo, when my stomach gets fucked up, I'll get the brioski.
Yeah, I used
even as Italian flag.
I know he showed it. That was so funny. I didn't know they still made it either. I always say things that are like old, just because I'm used to saying them. I didn't know they still actually have a fucking a company. Miranda writes, last week Joe admitted to being bit in the nose by a family dog. Yes, Ginger was her name. Has Gregg ever been bit by a dog? He seems like a guy that a dog would love to bite. She says you look tasty. That's very
Thanks
good.
a lot.
That's a compliment. Have you ever had a dog give you a little nip?
I think I did when I was a kid. And I was scared of dogs when I was a kid. We had one here, but I had a fucking poodle. But there was this big fucking German Shepherd up there named Smokey, the size of a horse. And that fucking thing would and I was scared of it. I think I might have nothing recently, no.
No bites? Yeah,
no, well, you know what? Wait, you know what? I did have Bob Bonham had his dog Molly. And it was a rescue dog, but it was a pit bull fucking something else. And it was a nasty fucking dog. And we'd go there and it would stare. It would stare at you fucking eyes. Look at those eyes. Anyway, it would stare at your sneakers. And if you had sneakers on, it would bite your foot. And that dog for some reason kept looking at me. It's looking at you, it keeps looking at you.
He's gonna fucking snap, right?
And it'll turn its head, and its eyes just still want to blink. And it's still looking at you. And I'm like, oh fuck! And I said, Bob, this dog just doesn't stop. He goes, hey, you're fine. Next thing you know, went from my foot, and it starts biting on my shoe. And I said, Bob, get this fucking thing. Now I don't want to hurt the dog, but I will smash it in the head with a plate, or I will fucking put it in a headlock from behind. It's a big dog, though. But I saw this 10-year-old boy kill a fucking a Rottweiler or whatever it was that was like mauling his sister, and he jumped on top of it. And he used to do jiu-jitsu classes.
Really?
And he put the fucking jumped on top of the dog, put it in a headlock, and just pulled and choked the dog out.
That's fucking wild, though.
Right.
So you have been bit by a dog.
I have, but the sneaker didn't bite me like where teeth went into me, but And it did it to Lance. It did it to Melly Mel. It did it to a bunch of our friends.
Everybody. Oh, Molly is Molly still with us, or is Molly?
No, I think Molly's dead.
Beyond.
Or I think she's dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
A
I
tough
told Bob,
little bastard.
it wasn't little, it was big, Joe. And that fucking thing would just stare at you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
And
got
you
to keep
knew.
those dogs in the other room if you know
I
that. It's
told Bob, I hate your
get
fucking
this
dog. I'm
fucking
sorry.
dog out of here. Yeah.
Dude, you own
Greg,
a gym. You shouldn't have that thing roaming around there.
yeah. Any photos of you on the juice, but before the big arms? So you were on the juice, but you didn't.
Yeah, I have
Right
photos.
in
I mean,
check.
I have a photo or two of me when I first, like the first day I did it. Like, oh, here's me, you know, my last natural picture, shit like that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah,
do.
he
I do.
has
I'll get him out and send him to Joe. He can put him up.
Megan Gendrick. Oh, here we go. It is Nathan, Mrs. Nathan. Thank you for watching, Megan. Hello, gentlemen. Joe, have you ever thought about writing a book about your time as an undercover cop and your time serving New York City? I can help you get that going. I have zero interest in ever even talking about nor admitting that I did that fucking job. That is a joke. A clown show and a fucking law enforcement is a fucking joke in this whole country.
Especially today.
It's
Today,
hot. Oh
I
my
have friends
God.
that
3
hear-
foot, 3 feet wide bitches in uniform. Get the fuck.
And Joe, they're all not for nothing, but they all seem corrupt, and they're all these like, yeah, your mom, what's that, yeah, you know, like that. And I'm like, that's a cop. You can't even speak right. But you know what it is? They took away everything to the cop. It's now people walk up to him, have no respect. All you have to do, Joe should actually just wear a fucking Gaza rag on his head, and he could go out there to NYPD, be like, "Fuck you, cop." You know what I mean?
Yep.
But by the way, Megan, I just want to say one thing. I know you're not really Megan Gendrick. We know that. Okay, we get it. I get the joke. And if Joe was to write a book, Joe is a fucking great writer. I'm not lying to you. He wrote so much shit for Muscular Development. He was the editor-in-chief of Men's Fitness RX. He's fucking done stuff for Muscle and Fitness and all that shit with Robbie Durant. Listen, the guy can write his own book, trust me. But thank you anyway.
Thank you, though. No, yeah, but the true answer is no, I wouldn't. I'd have no interest in anything with the fucking criminal justice system, basically globally. It's not just even in America. It's the whole job. All over the place, you know. In England, you see videos of the embarrassment. I'm so beyond it. It's like it was almost like it never happened.
Joe, I just told you I have a friend that's my age, 64. You're turning 65. I'm going to be 65 in a month, and he's turning 65. Okay, and he just got on a police department, Joe. I think he's been court officer, and he's not Caucasian, and you know, say. And
court officer is a completely different animal. That's a great fucking gig.
Yeah, but how do you take somebody that's that old? He didn't take no test. You know what happened? He must have known a judge or something. And they said, look, we're looking for, you know, non-Caucasians. And it was, dude, he lays bricks. I love him to death. He's a stonemason. I love him to death. But that's, I'm not even going to get on it because sometimes
it's all departments of DEI. It's all of that. It's
Joe,
and not just mostly for females. It's not even like race. It's girls.
Joe, it's fucking funny you say that. Every time they show a sheriff from some or a chief of police or a commissioner from anywhere in this country, it's always a woman. I'm watching the thing with the woman who's the chief of police, the commissioner now is a woman. Okay, in NYPD, and then they had the head of the fucking counterterrorism task force for NYPD. It's a woman. So there's two women sitting up there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's not like all of a sudden. And I'm tired of women saying, "Where you know equal rights in a job." There's no. You show me a job where one woman is working the same job as a man, and the man's getting paid more because he's a man. That's. Dude, this ain't the 1920s.
Full service job. Yeah, everybody gets paid
the 1920s. And if that man could fuck her up by just saying, "Oh well, I identify as a woman, so I should get paid more."
Reminds me of the time I saw a news interview and a little banner in the bottom says he worked at Harvard as a hip hop professor. So many ridiculous things people get rich of. What is a hip hop professor? It's like
you know what it is? It's a savage with a PhD. Some savage got himself a PhD and he made up his own fucking thing. And some schools like, yes, absolutely, we need that. We need it. It's very important that we have to have a
accredited fucking class. You must take this class.
Oh, we gotta have that, you know.
Did you see the New York Dolls gig when the noise brought the warehouse down to the ground, which inspired the opening scene in Vinyl? I was too young to see the New York Dolls play. I haven't seen a video of that, and I did enjoy the show Vinyl. I never saw all of them, but I saw some of them. Yeah, it was an HBO show. It was pretty good. It was set in the 70s. Candace Monroe, there she is. The sexual beast of her husband's the luckiest man on earth. Maybe for Christmas I'll get my boyfriend and sex bot for him to do anal with. Would either of you feel the same type of woman for fucking? If my wife wanted to fuck a robot, have no problem with it. It's like a dildo. It's not a guy. I'd be fine with it. And
as long as she let you get a shot or two at the robot.
Right? Yeah. Joe, do you think any patients have ever acted extra sick just to get your wife's attention? Like some creep, oh, I have a pain in my glutes. Can you take a look? I'm sure they have. She's said to me a few times over the years where guys have hit on her. One time a doctor was hitting on her and I threatened, she wouldn't tell me who it was because she knew I would have went there and waved from in the parking lot. This is when I was a cop. I didn't give a shit. I was going to do a hit and run on him. I wasn't going to go identify myself. You know, he was just going to get fucking bludgeoned and then I was going to fucking sneak away. But yeah, she's had different people over the years and it doesn't bother me one bit. Other than that, because the guy knew she was married and kept bothering her. Right. Like a patient is just checking her out. It's a compliment.
I was going to say that. My girlfriend, I like her to dress like a whore. You know,
I got no problem. If guys look at it, I'm like, yeah, why are you so conservative? You know, we're old now. I'm like,
when guys don't look at your girl, that means you got a problem. Then you might want to reassess that.
Yeah, I got no problem with her getting hit on as long as she doesn't take the money off.
No, she's not the kind. I can't. Look, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, sure. Give me your number. I'll tell Joe I'm going out with the girls tonight or something.
Yeah. Mark Burton, you guys are freaking hilarious. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
Mark. I appreciate that.
Son of Sam, Tony Soprano gets sick at the sight of Uncle Ben's rice. That was because young Meadow was dating Noah the Tannenbaum, the black, half Jewish kid in college.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was, and then he opened the thing and he saw Uncle Ben's rice and he got a panic attack and fainted. One of the most famous, funniest scenes in The Sopranos. Ronan, what's up, bro? Here's one of my buddies from Ireland. Hey, Ronan, I hope all is well, bro.
Ronan, what's going on, brother?
Taking some time off for Instagram. I'm glad to see you on here, though, bro. Joe, do you still get mad at certain things, though? Remember the pothead you met in your area introduced his nose to you first?
What did he
Oh, yes, I do get, yes. Talking about, this is how far behind I am. When you let things roll. Yeah, I smacked some fucking guy through his window because he was smoking pot in his car in the parking lot of one of the closest shopping centers to my house. So I was like, what the fuck, man?
Was that recently?
Nah, probably about almost 2 years ago now. So I fucking cracked him in the face through the window. Fuck him.
Over here.
He just took off. He fucking peeled out.
You can't walk through Walmart without smelling it.
Oh, it's horrible. But I'm like, it's fucking 11:30 in the morning. There's kids on bikes all over the place. Fucking go. I said, you're a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. So I'm bang. I fucking cracked him. And then he fucking drove away because he probably figured that I was going to do more than that, which I wasn't. I made my point and it was taken. Zaya Hamza. Hey, it's the boys. What's up, Zaya? Thank you for tuning in, of course.
What's up,
I could never keep a cookie box like that around. I'd eat in 2 hours. I have no self-control with no food and sex. Well, Greg's the box.
I'm eating the cookie now.
The box is empty. There's Arlene. What's up, Arlene? Besides protein cookies, what were your favorite type of cookies growing up? For example, I loved black and white. Oh, black and whites are good.
That was my sister with the black. I've always been chocolate chip.
You know what I used to really like as a kid? Nutter butters. The peanut butter, that shaped like peanut with the peanut butter inside them. I did like Oreos. Wasn't nuts about them. I did like Oreos. But yeah, protein cookies are, it's for now. But when you're a kid,
I can't eat
Vienna
cooked-
fingers are good too.
Yeah, Vienna fingers are not bad. I'm
Yeah.
not really a big fucking junk food eater, but I eat. I'm eating this because I'm hungry, and the protein. It's got protein, so and it's
good. Yeah,
it's sugar. You know, like it's diabetic friendly.
you're not fucking yourself up. How about
Right.
pinoli cookies though? Nice pinoli nuts in the fucking bakery. Oh,
Yeah, but see,
Oh.
Joe, I'm a very bad guinea because I don't like.
you
all
don't like
stuff.
that,
No.
right? You're kind of a straight, like you like the very mainstream dishes, which is
Right.
fine. So if you enjoy them, who cares? That's your fucking.
I go to
stomach.
the most
Enjoy it.
exclusive Italian restaurant where everybody raves about the food, right?
You get spaghetti.
And I go there and I get spaghetti and meatballs. You know what I mean? Or if I'm really feeling funky, I'll get a chicken parm. Like that.
Would you care to hear our specials tonight, sir?
No. I'm like that. I'm very, very bland. I want the Italian bread. I always say you got Italian bread to it. And then I want the fucking, and I good Italian salad. No onions and no tomatoes. That's how fucked up I am. No tomatoes. My father used to eat tomatoes like they were apples.
I like to chop them up. I don't like them, too thick and whole. I'll chop them up. What do I got here? Hold on a second. Greg, why does Dave and John love marrying bodybuilding dudes?
What is
I don't
Dave?
understand.
Oh, I think he's being sarcastic.
He's
Uh,
joking.
I don't
RB,
know
he's
why-
one of our regulars. Hey, RB.
I don't know why they like that. I don't like it, but they do.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I throw myself on the fucking sword. I did some female bodybuilders, and I'm fucking very, very turned on by them. And it has nothing to do with them looking masculine. I think it's more of the sex drive that they're kind of like guys in a way. They want to fuck all the time, and they're kind of
That's
slutty
the
and shit.
testosterone.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
I
what
don't
that
mind
is the
if they're
turn on for
skinny.
me.
If they're like a Corey Everson or a fucking, like a Gladys Portuguese shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
If they're
fucking
thin, like that. But if they're fucking
Yeah.
got 22-inch arms and they're veiny and they're like, check out the veins in my legs, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that
Help me
doesn't really
shave
do
my
it for me. I
back.
don't mind it. If it comes as part of the package and you can't really, it's not an a la carte. You gotta get what you get.
they want you to help them
I'll
shave
deal
their
with it.
back and shit. Fuck that.
Dizzy Willow, yo, what's up, Dizzy?
Yo.
Dirty Momo. Thoughts on the career? Paul Till, what's up, Paul? He's been around here before. I remember that photo. Thoughts on the career of Victor Martinez? Do you think if he had the potential to win multiple Olympias, why do people say he never reached his full potential? Was he a big party of any stories? It's always that controversial 2007,
First of all,
right? When
yeah.
Jay won.
Victor's a good friend of mine, and the problem is with Victor. The thing with Victor is he had to come to adversity, from when he got locked up. But I love his genetics. I love his build. I think that Victor could have been one of the greatest. In my opinion, he still is one of the great. If you can ask me anybody's body, what body would you take? Aside from from my own body, right? If they said whose body, I would take Victor Martinez. You know why?
He looks good, yeah.
Victor looks good even in clothes. A lot of these guys you see that are real jacked, they try to look jacked. He doesn't want to look jacked. He wears regular clothes and he looks good. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Victor can wear a nice shirt, just a regular shirt, and he looks good. He's not always trying. These other guys look like they're wearing like a tablecloth with a hole in it and shit, and everything's baggy and they're like this and shit, and they think that looks good. Chicks don't like that. But chicks like Victor because he looks good. So Victor, to me, should have won the Olympia. I like that kind of physique. You'll never see Victor with a bloated gut. He never had that big balloon gut.
No, he never did. He had size, but he didn't have the gut.
Dude,
That's
the
why
guy
he looked
fucking,
good.
the guy got locked up, came out, still won. Guy got fucking his sister was
His
murdered.
sister with that
Right.
fucking horrible thing in Manhattan.
Right.
That was awful what happened.
Broke his elbow doing
bad.
that fucking arm wrestling shit. Still came back.
Yeah.
You can't keep that guy down. You cannot keep Victor Martinez down. The guy's a monster.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I love him very much. And he's my boy. And I just like his physique. To me, is the best. He almost looks like, I think he's better than Flex Wheeler. He has that type of muscle though. That that nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was fuller.
He was. Yeah. Flex had
like
more
Victor's
of a
body.
V maybe, but Victor had a great V and he was big, but not blocky in the
Always
gut.
looks good in clothes. Always looks,
Yeah.
even in his prime, he looked good in clothes. And I remember saying to Joe, we were at dinner with Jay Cutler, and Jay was walking in front of Joe and I.
With the suit. Yeah. That was a nice suit, though, he was wearing. It was
But
sharp.
I said to Joe, Joe, look at this side, because he had a big fucking ass like this. And I said, Joe, look at Jay's ass. And Joe goes, what are you looking at Jay's ass for?
It was funny, though. It was a good moment.
We had dinner with him, Steve Blackman. We were all at dinner together.
Oh, we ate like champs that day. Fucking what was the photographer, the Swedish guy?
Per Burnell.
Yeah, that was funny. Per was funny.
Per was there.
Yeah, we had a big fucking table. Yeah, and Steve picked up the check like a fucking gentleman.
Always. That makes it taste even better.
Oh, it's fucking amazing. Charlie Arms, Chapel of Peace sounds like a service I can use in a few years. Charlie, we will bring you there if you die or elsewhere. We'll ship your corpse to San Diego.
Yes,
and Johnny
Charlie,
and Vince will take good care of you. We'll make sure. Greg, can you send me the AOC video? Like I said, I totally scrubbed, but it can probably only mean one thing. It was authentic. Why else would she have it entirely scrubbed? So he wants to see the AOC, and I have a feeling he's going to fucking use it.
I'll try to figure a way to say it. I'll try to figure. It was her voice, everything. Don't come in my mouth. And he's like, you need the protein. You got to take the load. And she's like, don't come in my mouth. You know what I mean? Like, come on, baby. And she's just sucking on it, and she's looking at him with those fucking.
It was very good. Yeah. She's hot, man. She's an asshole.
I think she's hot. Yeah. She grew up right here, right next to me.
Yeah.
Right
Just a little TRT. Greg, I recommend you tell Mr. G to lower his prices on his cookies. No one's going to pay $70 for a dozen. I don't know what is his overhead. You know how things are, in business, if you cut your prices, sometimes it all depends on how much you put it out there.
I'd rather count a million quarters than a few dollars. You're right. I think that like, who was it? Somebody else on the fucking thing. I think it was John Romano. It was like $70. But I mean, that's George. I can't tell you. I know he spends a lot of money and a lot of ingredients in there, but I don't know.
I lowered my ad prices, and I've been getting some new ads, so I had no choice. Like I said, I cut the prices. I can't cut the price on the magazine because then I'd be losing money because I got to pay for the printing and the shipping and all of that other stuff. But I can control the ad prices.
Right.
The magazine, I got to pay, X, from the printer. It's different. There's other factors involved.
Right.
To do a live read for, guys, this costs $50. The live read that we did, and we spent more than 60 seconds on it. So
we talk about it, but the thing is, you're giving them you're not giving them out of the ballpark prices. Even if somebody paid $200 or $300 for an average, what do you think you're going to pay on another show? But when I understand what he's saying about the cookies.
I do too. But again, it depends on what he pays to make that box. How much does it cost him to make that box? I don't know. It's his company. It's none of my business. But if it costs him $50 or $55, that's not a big profit. If it costs him $20, but whatever. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of when you say that's too much for money, it all depends on what the cost of overhead prices are. What does it cost to make?
It's a lot of money, and we don't know his overhead, like Joe said.
I don't know. Yeah. Any Dorian Yates, Greg? Did you have any Dorian stories?
Oh,
he was kind of a quiet, private.
I've had me and him have had a few little issues together. I don't want to throw any stupid shit out there about him because then he gets upset with me. He got mad one time when I said something.
With the column. Yes, I remember that now. Yeah. So
I get along with him. He's all right. I actually respect him. He's actually a very smart guy. But these guys, when I see a guy telling me, I only eat good now. I eat healthy. I'm doing yoga and this and that, but I'm taking fucking mushrooms and LSD. And you're like, okay, you understand? That's like that's like when I see my friend, a fat bastard, go down to fucking Brooklyn over there, and he's eating a fucking pie and a half, right? And then he has a Diet Coke. I'm like, why bother with the Diet Coke? Just fucking
just go for the regular
splurge.
one.
You know what I mean? You just you might as well splurge. Have the Coke.
I gotta meet that guy, Chris. Right? I gotta meet him. I never met him. I'd love to meet him one day.
You would
probably get along great with him.
He loves everything you love: jets, Mets, Islanders, all that shit. No, I think no. Sorry, ooh, he's Rangers.
Rangers, yeah,
Yeah,
Brooklyn,
Rangers. He's usually Rangers. Yeah, yes. I forgot. He's got season tickets to Rangers.
Yeah,
I don't know why I said Islanders, but
it's my old neighborhood. I probably fucking we probably know some of the
Joe is a
same
typical Guinea cuisine. You know what I mean?
You said with the
Fucking-
sneakers.
You know, like they take it, their body's fat. Me and Lucia went over to the house, right? And they're making all this fucking Italian food, and I'm sitting there like this, and I can't move, bro. I actually couldn't move. You know when you eat so much you can't move?
Oh yeah,
and you're like this, right?
Stuck in one spot.
And the girlfriend brings out this big thing called Death by Chocolate. You know, it's a cake or whatever called Death.
It's like all chocolate on chocolate.
Yeah, it's chocolate on top of chocolate. There's chocolate bars in there. And then she goes, "We're gonna take this up," and she takes this big bag of Hershey, the little like Halloween size Hershey bars, and she rips it open and she pours a whole fucking
on
bag
the cake.
And I'm looking at her and I'm like,
too much.
I can't even. I won't even be able to taste that cake. No, I can't even taste it.
Yeah,
that's how fucked up I am right now. You gave me too much food, so him and her fucking cut the goddamn thing in half, and she eats half, he eats it, you know. And she's over there fucking, you know. She's over there going, and he calls her fatty. You know, yo, fatty, give me the, you know, like that. Like, she calls him fats, you know, like that. Yeah. And I'm like, holy, and he sits there with the guinea face, and the hair's never out of place, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking green tracksuit on, you know, for the Jets. He color coordinated with the sneakers and stuff. And one time I was in a club. I accidentally stood next to him in a club, and I accidentally scuffed on his shoes. And oh, dude, you scuff on my shoes. And I'm like, you're worried about the scuff on the fucking shoes? You're fucking bro. I think I probably told you this. I love him, Chris. If you're watching, you know I love you. But he fucking hurt his back at the house, and he fell on the floor, and he had to call the fire department to get him up because he can't get up. He's 520 pounds.
That's big. And it's unhealthy, unfortunately. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when me and Lucia saw that bitch ripping up the fucking thing, and she's over there, look, I got 20-inch arms too. And I'm like, those are like 30. And there's probably an inch of muscle. That's not an inch of muscle on those fucking things. Yeah, she's fat, he's fat. You know what I mean? The Italian fat guys, some of them are, you know, the hair's fucking slicked. They don't take care of their body, but everything about these primitive, like,
slick,
he drives a Cadillac, and his fucking and on his Cadillac, he drives an old Cadillac, right? It's old, like brand new, all refurbished, right? And on his license plates, it says Big Daddy Caddy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's the typical Guinea driving through fucking Benson. You know? Yeah.
I would get along wonderful with him. We'd have a lot of laughs. I'm sure. I wouldn't eat that much though. I'll take him up on the food, but the cake thing, I'm with you on that.
I love him to death. Oh my God.
Greg, there's a rumor, Wag Bennett. Who's Wag Bennett? That photos of you in leather chaps and his off. I have no idea. I don't even know who the fuck he's talking about.
He's talking about a story that I've told. I can't remember. It was Jerry Scalise or one of them was saying that they went out there and they went to wage, and suppose he's one of the gay guys that helped Arnold, and they opened up a drawer and there was pictures of Tom Platz with chaps on.
Oh.
You know, that's what
who cares? Listen,
I don't give a shit. I like these of all those bodybuilders, and some are on fucking a show I do on Tuesdays, and I'm not one of them. But
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not one of them.
That pose for those guys and do all that shit. You know what I mean? And they'll talk shit about me, but there's no naked pictures of me out there.
I don't believe there's any of me either. So if there are, I'm not going to get very much out of them anyway. Sean Ray or whatever, the story about Greg meeting in the club with a transformer under his arm, it was obvious they were banging. Listen. No, I didn't mean the one that was on the cover of Muscle and Fitness. I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, Joe, I'll Google it. I'll send you a picture. Listen, she's a cover girl for Muscle and Fitness. Nobody knew. They didn't even know when they put it on there. Listen to me. I didn't meet her. He wasn't with her. I've been in clubs with Sean. I've been everywhere with Sean. I go to dinner with Sean. He ate fucking quail when I was there. I'm like, dude, you're eating quail? Look at these steaks they got. And you're eating a fucking quail with like this much meat on it and shit. Anyway, so he, no. I didn't see him with her. I just know that he dated her. It was like everybody knew. It's kind of a
Yeah.
thing, you know what I mean? Who cares though? She was hotter than some of you guys' wives, you know. So I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
That means his man is hotter than your girl.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know you said you have to go, and
Yeah. I didn't even know
yeah.
what time it is.
So let's just finish this question from Annie. This will be the last one, guys. I apologize if I didn't get to you. I've been fucking way behind on comments. I appreciate you guys.
That's my talk too much. I'm sorry.
No, well, that's a talk show. That's what we do.
Yes.
Question for both of you, fantasy wise, what women from a specific movie role would be your dream woman? Ooh, that's a pretty good one. You know, like kind of like fucking Wonder Woman or Sheena. Remember that Sheena fucking, or the, what was that, Lucy Lawless, or all the lesbians used to cream to? She was a TV show, like a Thor kind of broad.
Yeah. Wow. Joe.
Yeah, I guess something like that.
Wait, Joe, there's two kinds of girls in this world. When you were in high school, right? There's two kinds of girls in this world. There's the kind you want to date and marry, and like you're like, I'm in love with that girl. And then there's the kind I would just fuck her, but I don't want anybody to know. But there's something about her that turns me on. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't date her. I couldn't date her, but I would fuck her.
I want to bang it. Yeah.
I don't know movie star like that. I mean, I always liked I like this Indian actress Rashida Shemi. Rashida Shemi. And then there's of course Ariana Grande right now is the hottie for me. She
looks skeletal though. She doesn't look healthy.
Joe, you're talking my language. Come
on, she looked better when she was.
If I dated,
she wasn't fat. She looked good.
But Joe, if I dated her, she got to drop at least 5 more pounds. Okay.
Jesus.
And I like Ariana Grande, and looks wise. I love everything about Ariana Grande. I used to love my favorite though was what's her name? Fucking Amber Turd, but she lost. She doesn't look the same. I liked her back, in her early movies. You know what I mean? There's something about her that I just fucking loved her face. But I didn't want to fuck her. I just wanted to I don't know. I'd just crawl up in her vagina and live there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's some fucking.
There's a million others too. Those are the ones.
I'm gonna go old school and go cliche. Marilyn Monroe, to me, the hottest woman that ever lived.
Oh, Marilyn Monroe.
It wasn't just even the looks; it was the whole package. It was the sluttiness. It was the sexy voice. It was her, the way she was, flipped the hair and that. All of those things that she did, and how many guys she
was hot. Let me tell you something. You know who's not a bad-looking older woman too? What's her name? The fucking Oh, Joe, Jesus Christ. Joe, the redhead, she's still alive, I think. Oh, the very famous redhead. She was even in that movie Grumpy Old Men and shit. When she was young.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Anne Margaret.
Anne Margaret was gorgeous when she was young.
Fucking amazing. Yeah.
And then you want to get into the Italians, like who didn't like Sophia Loren?
Sophia Loren, yeah.
And what's her name? Gina Lollobrigida. I like that. I like fucking
Rita Hayworth.
Rita Hayworth was unbelievable. So was the chick.
Unbelievable.
What was the chick that laid in the hayfield there, that fucking barn with the grass, that she had the dark hair and she's
Bobby Benton?
No.
Daisy Dukes? The Dukes
no. Hold that one thought, Joe. I'm moving around so much because I'm about to pee my pants. Don't hang up yet. Hold on.
Don't hang up.
Don't hang up. Hold on. Think about that. The girl in the
Girl in the haystack, guys. If you got, I'm gonna scroll up. If anybody wants to, the girl in the haystack. I can't think of it. Greg idolized Lee Mazzilli. What athletes idolized growing up? Yeah, Greg has to go somewhere, and I gotta pop out because I gotta get some shit done, and I gotta fucking piss. But we will be back next Wednesday, of course, at 3 p.m. Go to swollyfe.com, MSM15. Save 15%. You got to support these guys that support us, man, because that's the bottom line. That's how fucking the world goes round. But, yeah, I guess any woman that would be open to bringing another woman into the bed, I would definitely be.
Yeah, but you know what happens with that, though? Girls that like that, like the other girl, they're gonna be like, you know what, Joe? Why don't you sit over there for a while?
Yeah, you just go. Yeah, like
you play.
What was that movie? Wild Things. with it was the one married to Charlie Sheen was one of them, and the one that was on Party of Five, they were in the fucking pool making out. Kevin Dillon was in it, and
I remember, but I don't remember many of the scenes.
Oh, it was fucking horny, hot, fucking. That was a great fucking movie.
Because most chicks that are into that, Joe, that's like a delicacy. They have your nasty ass every day if they want, like, and all of a sudden they get a chance to be with another chick, and if that's their fucking thing, they're like, "Do me a favor, go sit on the couch. Oh, the Mets are on. Go watch the Mets."
Yeah, we're annoying.
You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah,
they want to be with
assholes.
the right guys. Fantasize about that. Oh man, I'd love to get, because you think that other chicks, they're gonna be like worshiping.
They're gonna share you, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're gonna share it, but even the other girl gonna be like, "Hey Joe, I'm with your girl. Can you go somewhere?
Go make a sandwich. You get the role reversal.
Make a sandwich.
Get me a sandwich. Me too, you dope. That's gonna do it for us today on Swol Lyfe.
Whoa, baby.
The Gregg and Joe Show, Wednesdays right here on Muscle Sport TV, YouTube Live. Guys, go to swollyfe.com, MSM15, save 15%. Also, thank you to our other sponsors, Vince and the Chapel of Peace. So,
yes.
Gregg, great job as always. I will see you in a week.
All right, Joe.
Before then,
stay alive. I don't want to hear that you and Kunkel are hooking up or any of that shit. And if he tries if West Coast Johnny, I love him to death, but if you meet him out there and he tries to slip you a drink, make him sip it first.
You drink first in the mob movies. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Joey, I'll talk to you. Bye.
Later.